Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. Today, we're starting off with a great clip of an immigrant who is doing it right. She clearly loves this country, and she loves Donald Trump. And I wish and pray that more citizens, whether you're immigrants or naturally born, would have the same attitude, because the country would be far, far better off. All right, well, there is definitely going to be some crazy mixed in with all this, so you won't be disappointed, I don't think. I hope you enjoy. Let's do it.
I am voting for President Trump because he's the people's president. He is the only one who can save the United States of America from destruction from within by the Democrats and the radical left. The Democrat Party that founded the KKK. The Democrat Party that enacted the Jim Crow law that separated black people and leased black people. The Democrat Party that opposed all major civil rights laws that favor the minority. Democrat Party of the white supremacy. The Democrat Party that divides people instead of unite people. That's an evil party. And it saddens me that some people don't fight for the United States of America, the country of opportunity for all. And for the immigrants. I am an immigrant myself, but the United States of America had to make sure that they screen the people that come to this country. See what is going on with President Trump. The judge from Manhattan was born in Bogota, Colombia.
That is true.
The judge from Washington, D.C. was born in Jamaica. The White House press secretary was born in Haiti. Soros was born in Greece. Mayorkas was born in Cuba. What it means is that the United States of America is importing its own enemies. That instead of being grateful and saving the country that gave them the opportunity to succeed, want to destroy. So Trump 2024, let's say America and awaken America before we lose this country. Because if we lose the United States of America, there is no other place to go. And President Trump is fighting for that. And he said he's standing in between the radical left and the Democrat. And we are people who love the United States of America.
Let's hug it out, right?
Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out, everybody. Let's group hug. Group hug. That's so awesome.
This is what I'm talking about.
I'm supposed to feel defeated, but I don't. Something is coming in big. What?
I'm shaking because I'm excited.
Excited for what? There's nothing to be excited for.
That's
here,
cool.
Bud.
Like, go ahead, call me delusional. You're driving engagement up. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, this is straight up mental illness. Trump has been sworn in. Like, Kamala did her job. I mean, he still needs to be sworn in as president at the inauguration day. That is true, but there's no stopping. There's nothing the Democrats can do at this point to stop Donald Trump from being president, short of. And man, if something like that happened, I don't even want to know what the consequences. I don't even know what the state of the country would be. Just horrible. But nothing is going to happen. Trump is going to be sworn in, and he is going to get to work literally within seconds after taking his hand off that Bible. So, again, these people are the delusional ones.
Oh, God. And if nothing happens, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen.
But what if?
What if?
Guys, today I did this pretty green makeup. I thought it would go well with the pink hair, and I was right. It makes everything just light up, including my eyes. What do you think? Do you like this makeup? Let me know.
No, I do not like this makeup. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, look, I know you've definitely are rocking the starter kit. I don't know where your glasses are at, but I'm sure they're somewhere. But listen, I hope you didn't go to class to learn how to do makeup, because you got an F, my man. That is horrendous. That is the most hideous green. It does not go with the pink hair at all. Oh gosh, these people. What do they actually see through their eyes, I wonder? What does their world actually look like?
Sometimes I'm like, I'm not actually non-binary. I'm making it up for attention. And then I refer to myself as they in my own head and almost cry.
So wait. Do you hear voices in your head when you hear they, or who's saying they? Because that might be telling us a little bit might be what's wrong with your health mentally. Although I do kind of like the big, huge, oversized spiked collar she's got going on. It's kind of working, but my gosh, that that is woo.
This does not feel like making it up for attention.
Hey, so sometimes when people ask you to hang out, it's because they f***ing need someone, and I have been alone for so goddamn long, everybody just stares at me, and most people don't like me because I'm trans and punk, and nobody wants to be around me. I need someone in my life who will just spend 10 minutes to give me a hug. Ever! God.
Well, don't be all crazy like this. Take that freaking... That is... Look, if you're going to have a nose piercing... have a nose piercing, I guess, but come on, really? Really? Jeez, that is no wonder nobody wants to like be around you, man. They wouldn't be able to stop staring at that nose ring. You have full control of how people perceive you. You can change that in pretty fast. I can give you a few quick tips on how to normalize your look at the very least. I don't know about your personality, but yeah, visually I could help you real quick.
God damn! I am so I can't do this. I can't do this.
Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offense or from insult or from hurt feelings.
Yes.
It is an occupational hazard of living in society.
Thank you. Wow, that is the most common sense thing I've heard in a long time. Thank you. And it just sounds more, I don't know, prestigious because of her accent. Oh, boy.
And if you really can't take it, become a hermit.
Yes.
You are allowed to leave your perfect husband. You are allowed to end a relationship with a really great boyfriend. The kind of guy that all your friends and family love. They say you're so lucky to have found him. He checks all the boxes and he really cares about you. You're allowed to end that relationship because no matter how good he is, no matter how great he is to all the other people in your life, how much they all love him, it does not change the fact that when you get into bed beside this man at night, you feel dead inside.
Well, I mean, yeah, that happens. I mean, sure, but you also have, I mean, he's great. So why don't you just, you have to work at it. You know what I mean? Marriage just isn't like blissful every day from day one until you guys, die or whatever. But you have to work at it. That means both of you. Now, sometimes, divorce, it has to happen, I guess. Like she said, sometimes you feel dead inside. And that's really unfortunate, but, you have to work. Work at it, people.
It does not change the fact that when you do the bedroom things, you don't feel passion. You don't feel like your body is singing and coming to life because, by the way, that's what it's supposed to feel like, FYI. You just feel like you are going through the motions of something that you are trying to get over and done with. And you don't feel an urge to be close with him throughout the day. You don't feel an urge to be affectionate. In fact, you feel resentment. And that resentment is starting to spill out in bitterness.
Of course, anyone is allowed to leave anyone, but ladies, you better be ready to be the villain, especially if that good man you're leaving is your husband. And I'm just gonna say it because most women cannot handle being the villain, which is exactly why women will make a good man out to be a bad guy. So on top of completely blindsiding her husband with divorce papers, she also oftentimes publicly bashes him in order to justify leaving him. And don't even get me started with what she'll say about him if they have kids together and she doesn't want to share them.
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't want to share the kids, she is going to poison those kids' minds every chance that she gets to make the husband out to be the villain, to make their dad out to be the bad guy. And that's sad. Man, people just work at it. It's not that horribly difficult. You know, you got married for a reason. Just, you need to find that reason again and focus on that instead of all the negative stuff that you could focus on. All right, let's do better, people. All right, what do you have to say?
I was a boy in high school, but I was born a girl. Okay. I spent my teenage years living a lie. I built the foundation of my life, my confidence, my sense of self, on my transition from female to male. One day, I looked in the mirror, and I didn't recognize myself. I had a receding hairline, a neck beard, chest hair, shoulders broader than my narrow hips, and a face that was so masculine, everyone thought I was male. The doctor that kept tabs on my health during my transition was more excited to further my transition than I was.
I tell you, these doctors, there's a lot of blood on their hands, man. I think they are they're like one of the most evil parts of this whole, I don't even know what to call it, movement to push people to become trans, to get these surgeries. I mean, they're doing it purely to make money. Let's not fool ourselves. It is a greed in action, and it just absolutely wrecks these people's lives. And a lot of them wake up just like this young lady did. So good for her. Let's hear the rest of her story.
Every time I saw him, he'd expectantly turn his glare on me and ask if I called that surgeon in Denver. He was increasingly assertive with his demand. I wanted to get a hysterectomy as soon as possible.
Evil.
I was 18. I planned on removing everything that reminded me of my old female self and becoming the ideal male. But in front of the mirror, when my clothes came off, it was obvious that I was just a man trapped in a woman's body. So why was I so adamantly against being female? Why did I want to rid myself of my female body that was perfectly normal, functional, and caused me no physical pain?
That is the question.
Well, I did feel pain, but it was all in my head.
Exactly. She bought into the propaganda on TikTok and, you know, Instagram or wherever. She got pushed at school, I'm sure, by her counselors to you're trans, you know, you need to get the surgeries, blah blah blah, go see the doctors. And everybody pushes these people to absolutely destroy their lives, and with no remorse on their part. And the end result is their lives are horrible and the doctors get richer. It's an evil scheme that is going on, and it makes me sad. I'm glad that that young lady woke up.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
No, miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds. By the way,
you're not allowed to sing church songs outside
with the UK. Seriously,
you're not allowed.
That's fine. That's
you're not
fine.
allowed. She just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Outside of church grounds, unless you have unless
That's
you've been authorized by the church to do this kind of songs.
It's not saying anything anymore.
Are you saying that you don't care about the Human Rights Act? You're lost.
That is just absolutely sick and disgusting. I mean, I couldn't even imagine here in America that if you were singing a church song outside of church property, that the cops would stop you and tell you, no, you're not allowed to do that. That is why America is great. That's why our Constitution is so wonderful. It's a blessed document from on high, and I firmly believe that. And it allows us to have liberties that literally nobody else has in the world. And we unfortunately, a lot of us take it for granted. So, you know, I've also heard a lot of times over there in England that, like, you know, the Muslims or whatever will gather for prayer outside, and I don't know if they have songs or whatever, but the cops have no problems with that going on. No problems. They won't even talk to anybody. But as soon as there's a Christian gathering, those cops are all over that to try to shut it down. Makes you wonder. UK. I hope they can pull themselves out of it, but I think the downward spiral is going to go deeper, unfortunately for them. So God bless them. That's all I can say.
Hey everyone! So
hey.
I am just at the park getting a workout in.
Okay.
And this little boy just came up to me.
Oh.
And he said, "Excuse me.
Yeah?
Are you a woman?"
Okay.
And I thought,
don't know why.
Where is this little boy's parents at? Because it is not 1960 anymore.
Yeah, because if it was 1960, you wouldn't be doing any of this stuff out in public, for sure. Because you'd get the crap beat out of you, I would imagine. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I can only imagine what the rest of your outfit looks like, because why else would this little boy ask if he's a little girl? Because just him wearing lipstick and a little bit of blush, which I don't know why you need that to work out, but okay, whatever. So I would imagine he's probably in some sort of, like, looks like a tank top and probably a skirt or something, I would imagine. I don't know. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to show you.
So I said, yes, I am a woman.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And he said, I've never seen women like you. And I said, well, not all women look the same. Some of us look different. Some of us are taller. Some of us have beards. And that's okay.
No.
And so I just
okay.
thought it was a teachable moment. I always like to educate people. And I told him, I said, guess what? One day you may want to grow up to be a woman.
And that is the crux of the problem right there. These people just have no qualms preaching the propaganda and trying to, I'll say, groom, I guess, younger kids into planting that seed that they are not the gender that they clearly are. And it's so insidious. It's so insidious. It's so subtle. It is really a plan of the adversary, and unfortunately, so far it's working pretty well to just destroy not only the person, but to ruin families. There is a whole sphere of influence that is just devastated by the choices that these people make because of their mental illness.
And that's okay.
What if fat bodies were the default and thin bodies were considered the other? Airplane bathrooms are too small for fat people. Imagine if plane seats were too big for thin people.
That would be awesome. Actually.
Society tells us what's worthy and acceptable. Stores only stock thin mannequins. What if stores had to make room for fat mannequins and adjust all their... We stop treating fat bodies like they're not welcome.
Who's not welcoming people that are fat? I've never seen a sign like that ever. Where is that happening?
If we walked through life without hiding or shrinking.
Well, she's probably not going to be walking too far. I mean, without taking a break, at least. Oh my gosh.
What if doctors focused on our health, not just our size?
Well, if they didn't focus on your size, they wouldn't be doing their job as good doctors. That is linked, you see. Because the fatter you are, as you age, things just start falling apart. Your body starts cashing in those checks you've been writing for years. And yeah, you start to get high blood pressure. you start to, maybe get diabetes, and then you start to get maybe neuropathy, which is just horrible. I suffer from it. It's a side effect of my poor choices over the last, years of my life. Yeah, there are consequences, and they will come. Now, this young lady, she's still young, even though she is morbidly. I don't even know if there's a level beyond morbid, but she is that for sure. And not to be mean, but it's just the way it is. And even if she's not suffering from some of those things, she will, and it's going to shorten her life, unfortunately. And it's just it's not fun being fat, people. I'm sorry, it just isn't.
Surely you can't be serious.
What if everybody was celebrated equally? Yeah. What if joy wasn't reserved for a specific body type?
Well, that's
what
true.
If fat accessibility was the standard, not the exception? What if products were designed for every body, not just the ideal one? What if we stopped shaming bodies and started embracing them? What if we could just exist freely in the body we have? What if all bodies were respected? What if we stopped telling people their bodies are wrong? Imagine if we all just walked through life unapologetically, ourselves.
Well, like I said, if we didn't say anything, look, if we all look like that lady, we would die off as a species. I'm sorry, it wouldn't take very long. 1 or 2 generations at the most, if we're all morbidly obese like that. Our bodies are not meant to be that fat. I'm sorry, that's just not the way God made us. So, I'm working on getting myself thinner, and I feel better every day, even with all my complications. So, yeah, I just, this body positivity thing, that's a horrible movement as well. There are realities, and one of them is fat. I mean, fat is bad. It doesn't make you a bad person. And you definitely still deserve to be loved, but being overweight is not fun. Ever.
I teach high school, and most days of the week I come to school in stilettos.
What did you say? What the f did you just say?
I get to stand at about 6'6".
What?
And the reason why is so I can create an explicitly queer space for all of my students.
Why do these teachers have to impose their lifestyle onto their students? There should be no place for this inside the classroom. Inside the classroom, at school, it should be the basics. Learn how to read, write, arithmetic, learn an education, and not all this propaganda stuff that just gets shoved down their throats. This is horrible. If I knew my teacher, my kid's teacher was doing this, I would have to yank them from the class or yank them. I mean, homeschooling, people. Homeschooling, that's really the answer, or private schools, something that doesn't tolerate this type of behavior from their teachers. Ugh.
That way they know that this place is a place for them, by them,
no.
And because I never had one of those growing up.
I wonder why.
So, yeah, bit of a beast.
Oh, gosh. What the heck? What? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Are you serious? See, this is what is wrong. This is wrong. This is what is wrong with the world today. I'm sorry. Like, it is sickening and sad and disgusting that she wanted to do, I don't know where she's going to upload this thing. I don't know what the steak thing is or whatever, but she's trying to do a thing like a TikTok dance or something, and that is taking more priority over the safety of her children. It is so sad that her son has to be the one to tell her, oh, by the way, my sister's about to get run over. You might want to go grab her. Oh, gosh, people, what?
The more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Would you date a man who only makes like $200K a year?
Well, my type is hot, young, dumb, and poor. So yes, because $200K is poor.
What the hell did you just say?
I don't think $200K is poor. I think like $60K is like poor.
What? Okay, this is another problem with these young ladies, is they have no idea of what reality is for the income of a vast majority of most men out there. And $60K, you know, I would not consider that to be poor. If you're rocking $60K and you're single, you're doing pretty good in life. So these women are just absolutely bonkers nuts. $200K is poor. Yeah. Anyways, okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, share, slap that bell around, and tell your friends what's going on here at Idle Hands. We'd love to have them, and I'm really glad that you are here right now. All right, well, until the next video, stay safe, love you, and we'll catch you in the next video. All right, I'm out.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear that my